friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys all of my updates, basically any updates that I have on the products that I've reviewed for you over the past couple of months. So if you guys are interested in seeing if I've changed my mind and what additional thoughts I have on these products, then keep watching. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. My name is Sophia and this is my channel where we talk about all things beauty and luxury. I upload content every single week on all the newest luxury beauty releases. I also love fashion videos, tag videos, favorites, all that good stuff. So if you want to join the fam, then click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to hear about every time I post a new video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, guys. And as always, I will link all of the products, everything that I'm wearing, everything on my face in the description box down below. Most of those links are affiliate links, so shopping through those links is a super great way to support my channel. You guys know I always appreciate your consideration, but I do like to call that out. Most of my links are affiliate links. All right, let's get into these updates, guys. I definitely have some thoughts, some things for the better, some things, we'll see. We'll see. I have some updates. Most of these things are going to be makeup, but then I do have two kind of like fashion updates at the end that you guys have been asking about. The first product that I want to talk about is the Wayne Goss foundation. You guys will know I did a first impressions video, which I don't love first impressions videos about foundations, but you guys asked for it. So I really tried to thoroughly test this as much as I could in that first impressions. But I do think it's important to wear a foundation for just like a couple of weeks and really get a feel for it, especially as you have different types of days, different types of weather situations. You guys know the drill. And if you guys watched that review video, you would know that I did like this foundation. I thought it was good and I thought that it looked good on my skin. The main issue that I had with this foundation is that I didn't really like the feel of it on my skin after a couple of hours, especially after a long day. And I am pleased to say, guys, my update here is that I didn't have that experience in the long run. It really was just that first time that I used it. I think that my skin was kind of on the verge of like breaking out. My eczema was starting to flare up a little bit. I did notice that the day after and the preceding days after I had tried this foundation. I'm positive that this foundation didn't make me break out. It didn't irritate my skin. It doesn't really have that many ingredients. It doesn't have that much in it that's going to irritate my skin, but I want to come back on here and let you guys know that I didn't feel that kind of like heavy, I just want to get this off my face kind of feeling after I've been testing this out for a while. What I think I've learned about this foundation also is that it's not really gonna do you any favors, and I don't want that to seem like a bad thing. What I mean by that is it's not gonna moisturize your skin if your skin's not moisturized. If my skin is not doing so well, or if my skin is getting a little bit flaky, it's a little bit dry, I have an eczema flare up, this isn't really going to cover that. Like whenever my skin was having some troubles, you would see it. Like this doesn't really camouflage those things, but then again, it doesn't really promise to do that either. Wayne has made it abundantly clear that the job this does is just being a really good foundation. It gives you really good coverage. It has an excellent texture. It goes on very smooth, but I will say this isn't the foundation that I'm going to be reaching for if my skin is a little bit upset. If that is the case, I'm usually reaching for something that has maybe some soothing ingredients in it or is a little bit more moisturizing. I also want to talk about this in conjunction with the puff. I actually really like this puff. I really like it, and it is the perfect tool to apply this foundation. I find that when I use this with a brush, it just takes me longer to get a smoother look on my face. It can get rather streaky, and for that reason, I think it works perfectly with the puff. I don't think I will apply this any other way, but that is a little bit of a con because I like to use my brushes and I like a foundation that I can apply in different ways. The puff is great. I just think it's maybe a little bit overpriced. It retails for $10, and I think I would have liked to see it at more about $6, $7. It's very substantial. It's very substantial, and I also like that he put it in this little kind of Ziploc case. So if you wanted to put this in your bag, or I just store it in my drawer like this, it doesn't get any cat hair on it, it doesn't get any lint or anything else on it. So I thought that that was a really cool and thoughtful design. So yeah, guys, all in all, I like this foundation. It's not holy grail for me. It's a little finicky when it comes to application. It doesn't hide any of like my dryness or anything like that, but I love it together with the puff. The puff is great. I do recommend you check this out. I just think it's a little bit overpriced, but I am hoping that because this is a little bit more of like a substantial tool, that it lasts me a long time, that I'm not having to buy this like every 2 months. Next up, I have another foundation update, and it's the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. Oh, If you watch my review of this, you guys will know I hated this foundation. It was so bad. If you want some clips of what it looked like on my skin, definitely go check out that review. I hated it. It looked so bad. In fact, I think I said in that review that I thought that my skin looked better without any makeup on it. It was just so uncomfortable. I think that the majority of the foundations that I've reviewed over the past couple of months have actually been pretty big fails for me, this being one of them. And I think the biggest reason for that is because a lot of these brands, they're putting hyaluronic acid in these foundations. They're releasing them in the middle of the winter, but there's nothing in the formulation to pair with that hyaluronic acid as an occlusive ingredient to seal that moisture into the skin. So what I find happening with me and my dry skin that is eczema prone and kind of rosacea prone is that it looks really great when you put it on the skin. Same thing with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. Same thing with the Kosas foundation, for example. It looks really good when you first put it on, and then after an hour, basically all of that moisture, all of that hyaluronic acid that went into the skin and kind of drew the water in, all of that gets evaporated out into the greedy, dry air. Okay, the air takes all of the moisture out of my skin, leaving me with a tight, dry, crusty, flaky face. And what I said in the review of this foundation is that I was gonna keep it in my collection to see if this would be a better option for the summertime. I live in the Northeast. I am in Boston, Massachusetts, and if you guys are familiar with the climate here, in the summers it's pretty hot and humid here. It gets very, very sticky, whereas in the winters it is very dry and cold. So I had a little bit of hope that maybe this would do better in the summer. Usually if it's a foundation and it is a complete fail, I return it. I return it to Sephora, returned all of those other ones, but this was the first fail that I tried, so I kind of like latched onto this in hope. Anyway, I'll get to the point here, guys. I retried this foundation. I'm wearing it on my skin today. I've tried this a couple of times as the weather has gotten warmer and more humid here in Boston, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. It works so much better now that it's warmer, more humid outside. Even within my own home, like I can feel the moisture level has risen. My skin is living its best life. My plants are living their best life. All is well with the world. So my update here is that I don't think that this is a holy grail foundation for me. This is basically going to be something that I wear only in the summertime. When it's humid out, it not only looks beautiful when I first apply it, but it also looks beautiful hours later. I even wore this on like a very hot day. It was like in the 80s. I was outside all day. I had my makeup on all day, and I thought that this looked great. It didn't get crusty or anything. Sometimes it gets a little bit, you know, patchy wherever my face moves the most, which is around my mouth. But I find that I can just kind of pat it in, smooth it out. It's like using a completely different product, a completely different foundation, which is really interesting because when I saw the reviews of this, they were very polarizing, and I wonder if that's just because we all live in different climates, we all have different skin types. So yeah, guys, I am gonna be using this throughout the summer. As soon as it gets drier again, I'm going to hold off, but I have been using this. I'm wearing it on my face today. I wear the color 2 Neutral. It's a really great shade for me, and yeah, that's my update. Never gonna wear this in the winter, but in the summer, I like this foundation. Another product that I want to mention real quick that I had a similar experience with, but not as drastic as the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, is the new Dior Backstage Concealer. I reviewed this for you guys, and I let you know I liked this concealer. I didn't have a bad experience with this concealer, but I did tell you guys in that video that I thought this was going to be a much better summer concealer for me because it's just not as moisturizing. It's not as like rich as some of my other concealers that I have in my collection. And I wanted to let you guys know that I still feel the same way about this. I've been using this recently. I have the color 0N, which actually might be just a little bit too light for me. Typically with Dior Backstage, their shade range runs a little bit dark, so I got the lightest color. I probably could go about like 1 shade deeper. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I think that it looks great. I think this does a lot better in more like the humid weather for me. So if you're someone with dry skin or mature skin, but you live in maybe a hotter climate and you want something that is going to be a little bit more long wearing and have a little bit more grip to the face, then I think you're going to enjoy this concealer from Dior Backstage. Staying in the realm of complexion products, I did want to update you guys on the new Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I know that I just reviewed this for you guys and it was a first impressions video, but I've used this several times since I did that first impressions video in kind of like hot climates, out all day, running errands, those types of things. I have been testing this out for the past couple of days, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I haven't changed my mind about this bronzer. I still really like it. I would say I like it just as much as all of my other favorite cream bronzers in my collection. I let you guys know in that video that this bronzer has a very nice kind of matte texture to the skin. I do feel like after a couple of hours, my natural oils, I'm putting this in quotes because I don't have any natural oils. I have very, very dry skin, but what would appear to be natural oils kind of comes out. It definitely has a cream-like effect. It's not going to be the same as a powder bronzer. I did switch back to a powder bronzer yesterday, and it just kind of reminded me of what it was like to go from cream to powder. But if you're looking for something that has a natural look but isn't going to be sticky, I think you're going to really enjoy this. I thought that it was long wearing. I didn't feel like it just disappeared or faded throughout the day. It's a really great bronzer. I also let you guys know in that video that this is a really good value. It is pretty expensive. I think it's about between $55 and $60, but you're getting a lot of product. It's pretty big. I mean, look at it kind of up against my head. It's a really big product. I believe you're getting, 0.74 ounces and has a 24-month shelf life. So I think this is a great bronzer. Just wanted to let you guys know, since I've been testing it out more over the past couple of days, I still really like this. Let's talk about the Patrick Todd Major Dimensions 2 palette. Sorry, this is so dirty. It has my fingerprints all over it, and the packaging is very reflective, so I hope I am not blinding you guys with this. I have been using this some more. I do have it on my eyes today, and I just wanted to share a couple more thoughts about this, especially after talking about this product with you guys on social media. I haven't necessarily changed my mind about this palette, but what I do want to emphasize is that this palette is very glittery. We've seen a lot of rose tone palettes come out lately, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, should I get the Charlotte Tilbury? Should I get the Patrick Todd? I know there's a lot of other ones on the market. Which one should I get, Sophia? And what I like to emphasize about this palette is that, like I said, it's very, very glittery. I will say though that some of the shades are more glittery than others. Some of them have more fallout than others. The ones that I used in my video, I believe, were this one and this one, so the lighter tone shades. But I'm wearing this more salmon, kind of like reddish tone one on my eyes today, and I do find that that one has less glitter fallout than some of the others. But I just want to call out, if you don't like glitter, don't use this palette. I think that the mattes are very nice. They're very blendable. But that being said, I do get a lot of glitter fallout from this product. I think if you use a primer and you kind of really pat it in with your finger, you're pretty good. I'm seeing a little bit of fallout on my cheeks, but I kind of don't mind. If I'm going for a glittery look, I will reach for this palette. It's going to be a little bit harder to work with, but whenever I sort of catch my reflection throughout the day and I see the glimmer of the glitter, it just makes my heart sing. I really do like that glitter, but I want to mention that. And what I also want to mention is that I really don't reach for these creams all that much because I didn't have the best experience with the cream shadows because they creased so much on me. I really don't find myself reaching for them. Maybe if you wanted a really simple look, you could just go in with the cream shadow. But I guess what I'm saying here, guys, is that if you don't see yourself using the cream shadows and you don't like a lot of glitter and you don't feel like dealing with fallout, which a lot of you guys don't, you're used to luxury formulas and you like things that are super effortless, then don't get this palette. Go with the Charlotte Tilbury. And I'll be honest with you guys, I reach for the Charlotte Tilbury more than I reach for this one from Patrick Todd. I just think that it is a higher quality formula. It's more effortless. I prefer more of that metallic sheen than I do the glittery sheen because I know that it's gonna wear better. I wouldn't wear this if I'm gonna be kind of out all day and I really care about how I look, if I'm gonna be taking photos. I like the way that it looks. I think it's fun for going out if you want something a little bit sparkly, but I do just wanna say that if you wanna know my real recommendation, I'm gonna recommend the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams or the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Look, the larger $75 Pillow Talk palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a couple dollars more than this one from Patrick Todd. I just think that this, although I like it and I still have kind of the same love for it that I did in the review, I do think that this is a little bit overpriced. Yo, I'm watching this and I realized I forgot to give you guys my update on the precision gel liners that were a part of that new Patrick Todd collection. And what I wanted to let you guys know is that this color in particular, Copper Gold, the lighter one of the two, I took it out to do my makeup today. I haven't been reaching for these quite so much because I've just been using my Victoria Beckham ones so much, but I took this out to do the look today with the palette. Say hi to Minnie. And when I went to use the copper gold one, I did notice that it kind of like melted in the little tube, in the little swivel stick. I did mention in my review that this one is a little bit of a softer formula because it's more of like a highlight shade. So for that reason, maybe it ends up being softer and more creamier. I don't know, but I wanted to let you know that it kind of melted a little bit. I was able to save it. It's fine. It's still usable, but maybe just keep that in mind. You know, if you're in like a nice modern temperature controlled home, totally fine. I am not. Like, I don't have my air conditioner running all the time, so this did kind of melt. And then one of the other shades I noticed, because I store it downward in a little like storage cup so that I can see the color right here and I can identify all of the pencils. I noticed also on one of the other colors that the stick of the pigment popped out, and so like it kind of was coming detached. So just be careful with these guys. Maybe store them on their side or store them upright. Don't put them in a very hot condition because they can be a little bit temperamental, but I do really like the formula. It's a very long-lasting formula, and that is my update about these. Now let's talk about these new lip tints from Dior. I reviewed these for you guys in one of my Dior Riviera summer collection videos. And what I have to say about these is that number one, I still like them. I still enjoy them. I really like the formula. But one thing that I want to say about these is that they are a lip tint, but they're not a lip stain. They don't stain your lips. And for some people that might be a plus, and for other people it might not be what you expect. So I do want to mention that I do believe it says in the description of these that these are kind of like a hybrid between a lip stain and a lip gloss, but I kind of wish that they stained the lips just a little bit more. I like a lip stain. I really wish there were more lip stains out on the market. I kind of like that more natural tinted look that stays for a really long time. Although I really enjoy the formula of these and the texture of these, I wish that they were just a little bit more long wearing. A lot of times I put these on my lips, and maybe it's just because I'm always drinking coffee, or I'm one of those people that while I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, kind of like feeling my lip gloss and my lipstick on my lips. I just feel like they're not very long wearing. That being said, I think that these are great for summer because they're very lightweight, they're very easy and effortless. Even the brighter colors are very easy to apply. I like the very thin applicator. I don't really need a lip liner with these. Also, all of the colors are really beautiful. I have these in the colors Natural Poppy, Natural Ginger, Natural Sienna, and the one that I'm wearing today, which is called Natural Tea. Natural Tea goes really well with all of those kind of rosy palettes like the Patrick Ta and the Charlotte Tilbury. So if you guys are looking for something that is a little bit more of a nude that pairs with those types of palettes, I think Natural Tea is gonna be great. I'll put up a photo here of me wearing the color Natural Ginger. You guys loved this color. You thought it looked so beautiful. So I just wanted to let you guys know I still really like these, but the thing that I have to say about them is that I wish that they just stained the lips a little bit more once that glossiness wears off. So that concludes the makeup portion of this updates video. If there's a product that I didn't mention, it's just because I don't have any additional thoughts. Basically, whatever stands in my original review remains the same. I don't really have that much more to say about it, which I think is good. Like, I don't want to have updates on every single video. Hopefully, whatever I tell you guys in that original video stands true. But now I just want to comment on two fashion updates because you guys have been asking me about these two products. The first fashion update that I have for you guys are these Prada Fisherman sandals. You guys would have seen me haul these in one of my recent kind of like fashion luxury hauls. I bought these for myself for my birthday at Saks. If I can still find them, I will link them down below. I think since then, these have been a very popular item for Prada. In addition to the white color, I believe they also come in a really cute Barbie pink. They also come in black. So they do come in a couple of different colors. And you guys will know I got these because number one, I love a good platform. Number two, I thought that they would be comfortable. And number three, I typically wear a lot of white shoes in the summer because they just kind of pair with everything, whether it be a printed dress or just some shorts, athleisure, those types of things. I like a nice, cute, sort of borderline sporty shoe to be able to pair with those types of outfits. A couple of you guys were asking me, are these comfortable? How do they wear, etc.? And my response to you during that time was, guys, I haven't worn these. Like, it literally went from 45 degrees to 85 degrees here where I live. That's what happens in the month of May and June. It just goes from like chilly, cold, uncomfortable spring to boom, it's summer, it's humid, everybody run outside, put on your shorts, put on your sandals. So I finally had the chance to wear these and see how they fared. Personally, I like to wear these with little sheer socks to kind of protect my feet and protect against blisters. My feet are very soft and blister prone. And so in the beginning of the season, I like to kind of, you know, see if I can break things in by wearing sheer little socks. I will link some examples of those types of socks down below. I will also put an image up here of me styling these with a pair of socks. And I thought that these were very comfortable. I do think that my feet were a little bit more blister prone because it's at the beginning of the season. I think for the average person, you're not gonna have any issues with these. It's just like a regular, comfortable, chunky sandal. I don't find them too clunky to walk around in. They're also incredibly lightweight. It's not like a pair of Timberland boots, for example, that have that really big kind of rubberized sole. These are super lightweight for the summer. I also have found that even though I was walking through the park and all over the city, in the city streets, I was able to just wipe these clean. Like, these wiped clean perfectly. I don't really notice any staining. I did spray these with a water protectant spray. I can link that down below because some of you guys are asking me what kind of spray I like to use. I just get it off Amazon. The one thing that I do want to mention is that I do see right here in kind of like the corner of the shoe, it's starting to wear away. This happens with most of my shoes, most of my sneakers and my boots. I guess when I walk, I put a little bit more pressure on kind of like that outer heel, and I do start to see it kind of gently scraping away. I'm curious if I were to take these to a cobbler, if that is something they would be able to fix, just because of like the shape and the construction of this shoe. So I just want to point that out. I think that these are going to be great. They're going to be a good value for me because they're going to match with a lot of things in my collection. They're comfortable, they wipe clean. The only thing is that I do see these kind of wearing over time, and I'll have to just keep you guys updated with how they look like at the end of the summer. If I can only take one pair of shoes on vacation, it's probably going to be my M. Jemmy sneakers, which I hauled for you guys in my recent fashion haul, which you definitely should check out if you have not watched it. It's a really great haul with lots of cute outfits, bags, shoes, etc. So yeah, that's what I have to say about these guys, and that's my update about those. And then the last update that I want to give you guys is on my Bottega Veneta mini loop bag. You guys would have seen me do an unboxing of this on my channel. I talked about why I picked up this bag, what I thought about this bag. I included mod shots, all that good stuff. The first update that I want to talk about is just how I like the bag. I love it. I love it so much, guys. I love the patent leather. It's super carefree. I don't have to worry about color transfer. It's just the best. It's also the best size. I like that I can fit my sunglasses in here sort of lengthwise. If you have more of like a continental size wallet, it would also fit in here. It's really great for just everything. The only thing I kind of wish there was is that maybe more of like an adjustable strap, but that is the style of the bag. I am 5'4". Again, check out that unboxing video. I'll link it down below if you sort of want to see mod shots of this bag. I think in some cases it might be nice to make it a little bit longer if I were to be putting it over like a coat or something. But let's be real, guys, I'm not wearing this with a coat. This is a summer bag for me. I'm gonna be taking this on vacation, wearing it on the weekends, wearing it just kind of running errands every day. The color makes me so happy. This is in the shade Candy Stripe. It looks so yummy, so delicious. I absolutely love it. Now, the other update that I want to give you guys about this bag is that I see it increasing in price. One of you guys flagged that for me in the unboxing video that I did literally maybe a couple of days or a week after I posted that video. I already started to notice that this bag, the mini loop, has started to increase in price. In my unboxing, I mentioned to you guys that I thought that this was one of the most affordable, best value bags that Bottega Veneta offers. I bought this for $1,250. And if you have ever shopped from Bottega Veneta before, you would know that most of their bags, they kind of start more around like the $1,700. And a lot of the popular styles like the mini pouch and the mini Jody, they've all increased in price. They're all, in my mind, like a little bit too expensive now. And I said in that video, I don't know why this is so cheap. So I do want to let you guys know that the price is climbing up. I will link this down below. You can still find this bag at the original price, especially in this patent leather. But I've noticed a lot of the popular colors, like that green parakeet color that everybody wants to get their hands on, that's increased in price. It really depends on what retailer you shop from. Like, some of the retailers have bumped up the price and some of them still have inventory at the lower price. So I really just wanted to put that out there. I haven't mentioned that in any of my recent videos. This is increasing in price. So if you guys are interested in this bag, I definitely might, look into it sooner rather than later. All right, friends, those are all the updates that I have to share for you guys today. Sound off in the comments down below and let me know what you think. Have you changed your mind about any of these products? I would love to know. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really, really helps me out. And if you have not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button to join the fam. We have so much fun over here on my channel. I will also put my Instagram handle up here in case you would like to follow me on Instagram. That is the best place to catch up with me on the reg, see what I'm up to. I let you guys know when all of the new products drop, when things go on sale, when things come back in stock. So if you want to connect with me on the daily, then definitely head on over to Instagram and follow me over there. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.